So now that these parts have dried, let's remove the sticky tacks and see if my work paid off. I'm not going to peel them quickly, I'm just going to do them very slow. All right. Okay. So there's the design that I was looking for. And that's the thruster part. Let's now look at the leg part. So yeah, something like this will annoy me, but just slowly peel it off and it'll come off easily. Don't want to rush it. I feel like I'm peeling off leeches. I was a bit afraid that this was not going to come out the way I want. But I've been meaning to try. I've been hoping to find an opportunity to try this again ever since I did the camphor costume last year. I'm glad that this is slightly paying off to the way I'm seeing it. Alright. This is good. This is good indeed. Now, of course, I wanted to probably retouch up this area again and probably spray paint that vent a little bit black. I'm going to get some masking tape around all this area so I can spray paint this area red, just like it was in the design. I will have to take the whole thing apart, of course, so I can put the part that goes in here. Same thing with this one. Now there's some residue of the sticky paint, of the sticky tack, so I want to like get some like an eraser and start rubbing off a bit here and there. Here's the other thruster part, which I did remove the tack so you guys can see this. Came out pretty nice. The back area I gotta work on now, so before I put the thrusters, then we'll begin assembly. So, what do you think so far? So, I've been touching up some parts here, little parts here and there, just so I can complete this kit. For starters, even though when I was spray painting this whole thing, this portion of the joint was painted blue, so I repainted it the neutral gray, just to keep it consistent. I was actually going to leave it alone, but after looking at it so many times, I said, nah, it needs to be repainted again. So that was taken care of. Another parts that had to be painted were this part here. This was all painted the color that you see here. So I had to paint that gray. And of course, I had to repaint the missiles because they were also saturated in blue and black. As a matter of fact, we're going to peel this off to see how it looks. Yep, they came out okay. There's a little bit of redness here. I'm going to get the... there's a few blue parts that got scratched, so this one I can cover it up pretty easy, but this came out okay. Another part that had to be painted was this, the edges, the bottom part of the leg. Let's see how it looks after drying. Alright, that came out okay. It's a little shiny, but I guess when I flat coat it a bit, it'll dull it out a bit. Yeah. That came out alright. Now, the one thing I'm a bit disappointed is how this came out. I was spray painting the inside of this with the polish aluminum, but it began to bleed out a bit, and as much as I held the pressure on the airbrush very lightly, it's still like blotched out to the sides. So right now I'm putting on masking tape to mask the inside so I can repaint the edges again black, just so I can keep it consistent. This one came out okay in the inside. It's the outside edges that needs to be redone. So that one I have to take care of. The last thing that I had to do some touch-ups actually had to be the face mask, because since I had the whole thing on together and I spray painted it blue and black and all that stuff, the actual inside area, which is black, was painted over with the blue. So I had to take it apart, paint it black again, and take a little marker, little brush, spray painted the mono eye. But now I have to finish up the body of this. Hold on a second. Alright, so I gotta get masking tape to tape the sides around here and here so I can paint the eyes the pink color. So one last touch up here and there to complete the thrusters, and I will then begin assembly of the high-grade Messala. Alright, with all the work I've put into this kit, let's now finally put this kit together and see if all of our work paid off. For starters, I'm showing off the painted pink parts that you see there. The pink eyes came out pretty good. And here is the face body. That came out pretty good. And there's the little pink eyeball. So I'm going to slide them through here. Actually, no, hold on a second. Just want to make sure I did this right. Look at the manual a second. Yeah. So I got to put it on like so. Followed by these parts here. So one goes there. Alright, so one goes there. And the other one goes here. There we go. So that's what it looks like. And then we have this part, which I've already painted the inside red, as you can see. That came out alright. This one actually came out pretty good, so I'm a little impressed with how it came out. Of course, it has to be like this. And then this one is a bit tricky, because I remember I had trouble putting this on. If I'm not mistaken, it has to be... It has to be the other way. So that one goes here. The other one goes here. Put these two together like so. Puts all the way in. And then snap this part. There we go. So it's like that. Alright, so the body is now complete. Let's move on to the next part.